Hello, everybody. So I've been meaning to do this. I have this book, I've had it for a while. One of my favorite books is called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. Simple ways to keep the little things from taking over your life. I've been meaning to dissect the book, read each topic, and then come here and talk about it because it's something I'm practicing in my life. And I haven't been able to do that. So I've decided to take however long it takes to record one chapter a day. So today we're going to start with Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And that's the name of the book itself. And that's chapter 1. And the first part, that's all I'm going to read, and then we'll delve into it. Often we allow ourselves to get all worked up about things that, upon closer examination, aren't really that big a deal. We focus on little problems and concerns and blow them way out of proportion. I don't know about you, but I have had issues with that. And it always connects to the way that we were raised and the people that surrounded us, how they see things and their perspective of life. And so I grew up being used to seeing something very little or some issue happen that's very small and then just blow it up, right? It becomes a big deal. It becomes a big problem. Some people are very emotional. I used to be. Now I say I am emotionless. Some people just cannot see beyond what they see right now, which means they cannot see the long run. They cannot see, how do I call it? What am I trying to explain? When you have a vision or you have a goal as to what you want to achieve, you can see the long run, right? You can see the end, which is also a meditation, and it's called living in the end. So when you live in the end, the things that are happening now doesn't really bother you. But if all that you see is the issue that's happening right here, right now it becomes something very big. And that's when we overthink. That's when we self-sabotage. That's when we doubt ourselves. Some of us will give up. And then we have these issues of learned helplessness. Why? Because we're sweating the small things, the little issues in life that are not important, that there's no reason to worry about them. I hope this makes sense. So when something happens in your life, when you're going through some issues in your life, take a look at yourself. Take a look at the situation, take a look at your surrounding, and always ask yourself, is it necessary for me to worry about this? What am I worrying about? If I had everything that I wanted in my life, would I worry about this? In the next 2, 3 days, would this worry me? Would this be an issue? And the answer is probably no, right? Because the deeper you go into understanding yourself, self-mastery, you get to see that the thoughts come and go. Issues come and go. Problems are not really problems until you make them a problem or you call them a problem. But little things, some people are parents, some people are going to school, right? Some people are getting to that point of going to university or college, getting married, trying to have kids, working on their career, building their personal brand, doing different things in their life. But most of us, we get stopped by very minute, right? Minute things, very small things. But the more you master yourself, the more you master your emotions, the more you love yourself, the less you worry about the little things. And to close out, I'm going to pick a card from How to Love Yourself by Louise Hay. If you've seen any of my videos, you know I love Louise Hay. I listen to her a lot. I listen to her audiobooks. And this is her affirmation deck. I read her books as well. I haven't been reading a lot because I just love audiobooks. So I'm going to read these two and then we're going to close it. Actually, it's three that came out. I receive gifts. I receive life's gifts with joy and pleasure and gratitude. I open myself to all good. I receive life's gifts with joy and pleasure and gratitude. I open myself to all good. And the second one is, if I follow my inner wisdom, I am at peace with my own being. If I follow my inner wisdom, I am at peace with my own being. I completely trust the intelligence within me to guide me to the right path. This is what I'm talking about. The universe supports me in every positive way. When you truly know that, nothing bothers you. My inner world is peaceful. And that part, right? I completely trust the intelligence within me to guide me to the right path. The universe supports me in every positive way. A lot of people tell me that I am so positive and I am so nice and all of these things. And I tell them I'm actually not a very nice person. I know that. And I'm not trying to be positive. It's just that I have started looking at life differently, looking at myself differently. I see things very differently. I don't focus on what's wrong, what the issue is. I always focus on the solution. What is this situation teaching me now? This little thing that is happening, why am I so worried about it? I talk to myself this way, and it helps me move past things quickly. My inner world is peaceful. It is safe for me to look within. A lot of people are afraid to do that. Each time I look deeper into myself, I will find incredibly beautiful treasures. The beauty, the joy, the happiness, the wealth, the abundance that we are all looking for is within us. We find it in here, right? And we believe that it is in here within us. And then we can manifest it into our reality, right? So I'll see you again in the next video. We'll go to the next topic, chapter 2. Come back. I will create a playlist on YouTube. There will be one on TikTok as well. I don't know if Instagram has a playlist. If it does, we'll have it there as well. Follow me on all social media platforms. Wherever you go, I am there. Well, except Snapchat, because I don't know what to snap. All right, Empress Fire, the Oracle Place. Click the link down in the description box and join me in this journey of self-mastery. Love you and see you again.